Only two people have walked on the streets to follow people to where they are going. Nkrumah and my mother.
Imagine a man who turned his house into a country, a man who mocked dictators, carried his mother's coffin to the gates of power, and turned music into a weapon sharper than any gun. That man was Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the Black President. This is the story of his rebellion against the Nigerian government. Fela Olufela Olusegun Oludotun Ransome Kuti was born in Abeokuta on October 15, 1938. His family wasn't ordinary, they were warriors of justice. His mother, Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, led the famous Abeokuta women's riots of 1946, fighting colonial taxes and gender oppression. His father, Reverend Israel Ransome Kuti, was an Anglican minister and union leader. His brothers Beko, a fiery activist, and Olikoya, a health minister. His cousin, Wole Soyinka, the Nobel laureate. From birth, Fela was surrounded by resistance. Rebellion was in his blood. At Abeokuta Grammar School, Fela found music. By 19, his parents sent him to London to study medicine. But with a push from his brother, he chose music instead, enrolling at Trinity College of Music. In London, he formed Kula Lobitos, mixing jazz and high life. He married Remilekun Taylor, a British-Nigerian woman, and had 3 children, Yeni, Femi, and Sola. But while Nigeria was celebrating independence in 1960, Fela was finding a new sound. By 1963, Fela was back in Lagos. He worked at the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, played with high-life legend Victor Alaya, and kept experimenting. He blended Yoruba percussion, funk, jazz, salsa, calypso, creating a new sound, Afrobeat, a genre of long jams, hard rhythms, call and response chants, and biting political commentary. The world hadn't heard anything like it. In 1969, during Nigeria's civil war, Fela toured the US with his band. In Los Angeles, he met Sandra Smith, a Black Panther. Sandra handed him Malcolm X, Angela Davis, Eldridge Cleaver. She radicalized him. From that moment, Fela wasn't just a musician, he was a revolutionary. When US immigration shut his tour down, he rushed to record the 69 Los Angeles sessions. The experience set his life's mission, music as rebellion. Back in Nigeria, Fela renamed his band Africa 70 and started singing in Pidgin English to reach the whole continent. He built the Kalakuta Republic in Lagos, a commune with his family, band and followers. It had a clinic, a studio and a performance space. He declared it independent from Nigeria. Then came the Africa Shrine, his nightclub, where he played marathon shows, mixed Yoruba rituals with Afrobeat, and gave fiery political sermons called yabis. He dropped ransom, a colonial relic, and became Fela Anikulapo Kuti, the man who carries death in his pouch. Fela was no longer just an artist, he was a symbol of freedom. In 1976, Fela released Zombie, mocking Nigerian soldiers as brainless robots. It was an anthem in the streets. Civilians sang it to soldiers. The military was humiliated. The regime struck back. On February 18, 1977, 10 soldiers stormed Kalakuta Republic. They beat Fela nearly to death. They raped women. They burned his studio, destroyed his instruments, and they threw his 78-year-old mother from a window. She died weeks later. The government blamed an unknown soldier. Fela's response? He carried his mother's coffin to General Obasanjo's residence, left it there, and sang Coffin for head of state. Defiance in its purest form, Fela rebuilt, forming Egypt 80. On the anniversary of the Kalakuta raid, he shocked Nigeria, marrying 27 women in one day. His dancers, singers, and supporters. He said it was to protect them from state harassment, but his troubles only spread. In Ghana, zombies sparked riots. He was deported and banned for life. In Berlin, his band abandoned him over money and politics. Yet Fela marched on. In 1979, with civilian rule restored, Fela formed his own party, Movement of the People, MOPE. He declared himself presidential candidate. His platform? Pan-African socialism, African unity, anti-corruption. But the government blocked him. Still, his music kept campaigning for the people. Songs like ITT, International Thief, called out corrupt leaders and multinational corporations by name. The ballot shut him out, but the microphone gave him power. The military struck again. In 1984, under General Buhari, Fela was arrested at the Lagos airport on fake currency smuggling charges. He was sentenced to 5 years, brutalized in prison, left in solitary confinement. But the world rallied for him. Amnesty International declared him a prisoner of conscience. After Buhari was overthrown, Fela was released in 1986. He came out stronger, releasing Beasts of No Nation, calling world leaders animals in human skin. Nobody was spared. Reagan, Thatcher, Botha, Buhari. Fela had become a global symbol of resistance. Over his lifetime, Fela was arrested more than 200 times. He refused to bow. In 1986, he divorced his wives, saying marriage made women possessive. But he remained devoted to his community. His health declined in the 1990s. He rejected Western medicine, relying on herbs. He contracted HIV, but denied AIDS existed, calling it a white man's disease. On August 2, 1997,
Fela Anikulapo Kuti, may soul rest in perfect peace.
Fela Anikulapo Kuti died in Lagos from Kaposi's sarcoma. He was 58. At his funeral, over 1 million people filled the streets. The black president was gone, but his voice thundered on. Today, Fela's Afrobeat inspires artists worldwide. His shrine still stands. His songs fuel protests from EndSARS in Nigeria to anti-corruption movements across Africa. Ironically, the same government that tried to destroy him now celebrates him with statues, tributes, and even visits from foreign presidents. But Fela's true monument is his music. Music that refuses to die. Music that tells truth to power. Music of rebellion. Because Fela Anikulapo Kuti wasn't just a musician, he was a revolution with a saxophone. That was the story of Fela versus the Nigerian government, the rebellion of a legend. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to Addis Ababa, hit like, share it, and keep Fela's fire alive.
Music makes me live, It's not for money. If I make money doing it, I'll spend the money beautifully, understand? First thing is I play music because it's like sex to me. When I'm playing music, it's like I'm fucking a woman, it's beautiful, man. So it's like, hey, that's the English word. It's like a spiritual food, Music is a spiritual food. It is a spiritual thing.